How much does it cost to start Amazon? It costs at least $1,500 all the way up to $20,000 or more to start selling on Amazon. But here's the secret. Even if you have $0 in the bank, you can actually create an Amazon business by using a method I'm going to talk about later in this video. And the short answer to that is you can raise money to start your Amazon business. But generally speaking, it's going to cost anywhere from $1,500 all the way up to $20,000 or more to start your Amazon business, depending on what your product is. So let me list out all the different costs with starting a business for you, and you can kind of figure out how much it's going to cost to start your Amazon business. So one of the first things that you're going to have to pay for is the design of your logo, the design of your product packaging, the design of every element of your product. And this can be anywhere from free. Maybe you have a friend that does design, or maybe you do design yourself. It can be all the way from free up to a couple $1,000s if you're looking to get a really professional designer. Now, normally it's going to cost around $200 if you hire a designer using sites like Upwork or Fiverr. Now, you can always go to 99 Designs, which I recommend, and I have a discount code, a link down below, but this is usually going to cost you around $300 just to get your logo designed, plus another, let's call it $200 to get your packaging design. So $200 to $500 is the normal range, but this could range all the way from $0 to a couple $1,000s. You're also gonna have to pay for barcodes from gs1.org. And any product that's being sold on Amazon needs some kind of a product identifier or a barcode. Now, this is gonna cost you around $30. There are cheaper options out there, but I wouldn't mess around with the cheaper options. Just pay the $30. The next major expense that you're gonna have is buying the inventory that you're gonna be selling on Amazon. And this ranges wildly. This could be anywhere from $300 all the way up to tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on what your product is. And this is pretty simple to figure out. If, for instance, you have a product that costs you $3 and you only buy 100 units to start off, you're only gonna spend $300 on this fee. Or on the other hand, maybe it's a product that costs you $10 per unit and your minimum order quantity is 1,000 units, you're gonna have to spend $10,000. So this really depends on the kind of product that you're selling. The same thing is true for air shipping. Now, I'll talk about what a normal range for the cost of your inventory is later in this video, but another thing that you should consider is the cost to ship your product from the manufacturer into the Amazon warehouse. And again, this varies wildly. For instance, if your product's manufactured in the United States, shipping is not going to be that much. It's going to be $100 to $200 per pallet. And a pallet is 48 inches by 40 inches, and it's usually relatively tall. So you can probably get 1,000 units of your product onto one pallet. It's going to cost you $100 to $200 for that. And on the other hand, if you are shipping from China or you're shipping from overseas, you're going to have to decide whether you want to do sea shipping or air shipping. And with sea shipping, it's going to be a lot less expensive and it's going to take a lot longer. The rates are around $1 to $2 per kilo for sea shipping, I believe. Now, air shipping, the rates are closer to $7+ per kilo for air shipping, but air shipping is going to be a lot faster. So again, and this really depends on the size and the weight of your product and whether you're doing sea shipping, air shipping, or you're just doing regular truck shipping. And if this video gets 1,000 likes, I will do a complete calculator. I'll set up a complete calculator and add it into the free Amazon FBA course so you can figure out exactly how much it's going to cost you to start your Amazon FBA business. So hit the like button, but the next cost that you're going to want to consider is samples. Because before you even do your inventory, before you do your production run, you're going to want to probably order samples. Now, usually a manufacturer will give you these samples for free, but you're going to have to pay for shipping, which is going to cost around $50. So let's say, and maybe you don't need samples. Maybe you trust them enough, or maybe you're doing a small enough first production run that you're not going to get samples, which I normally recommend just getting the samples. But you're going to probably pay $50 in shipping, and you're probably going to want to get at least 2 samples. So let's put $100 for that. The next thing is you're going to have to sign up for, you don't have to, but I highly recommend signing up for a DBA. Now, you don't need to do this. You can just use your social security number and sell on Amazon. So this could be $0. If you want to get a DBA, which is what I recommend, which stands for doing business as, it's basically a type of legal business structure in a sense. It allows you to open up a business bank account and it gives you some other things. This is going to cost you around $100. Now you could also, if you wanted to, start an LLC, which is a limited liability company, which actually offers your business some protection. And if you do that, it's going to cost you probably around $300, depending on what state you're in. And so this could, again, range anywhere from $0 up to $300. The last thing to consider is there is a $39.99 a month fee just to sell on Amazon if you're doing the professional seller plan. So that's another fee, and let's add another $39.99 a month for that. So as you can see, at a minimum, it's going to cost you around $1,500, but this number could go up to all the way to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, depending on how much inventory you're ordering, how much the shipping is, and a few other factors. And let me give you some examples of students that I have taught and how much it cost them to start their business. Mina started his Amazon business with only $1,500. Now he has multiple different Amazon businesses that are together doing over $100,000 per month in sales for him. Troy started his Amazon business for around $5,700. And I do have a link to all the different people down below, a playlist of all of their stories, and you can watch the video and you can see how much it cost them to start their business, how they spent that money, and also what the results of their business were. Steven, on the other hand, he was able to start his Amazon business for $1,800. He's now making around $2,000 profit per month, which is enough for him to be able to pay all his bills, pay his rent, and pay for food. And he was able to start that business with only $1,800. Carla started her business with $5,000. She's now making a full-time income. She was able to quit her job just from the money that she makes from her Amazon FBA business. And Rob has made over $70 million on Amazon, and he started his Amazon business with $1,200. I have a link to all their stories, a playlist of all their stories, and many more stories. So if you're curious about how much it costs to start an Amazon business, click on that playlist. And not only does it talk about how much it costs them to start their business, we share what their product is and how much money they actually made from their Amazon business. So click on that playlist, and I'll see you in the next video.